All right, I just sent it.
All right, cool, guys. So this is the second part of marketing, building the business, social media branding, confidence, warm market, cold market, prospecting, stuff like that. Okay, so what we were on is we were talking about meeting up in person with somebody. Okay, you show them the information. Excuse me. Passed it over to a three-way call. Closed out the call. Biggest thing is you want to be able to make this so simple that they're like, man, this is so easy. I know I can do this. The last thing you want people to think, man, this is so hard. I don't think I could do this. If you make it seem so duplicatable and so simple, it seems like a no-brainer. But this is how I've been able to do it. This is my secret to how I've been able to pretty much sign up almost everybody I've ever met up with. And this is how I do it. I always flip the script. People are always asking me, how do you convince somebody to join? Don't ever look at it like that. You're not convincing anybody. Remember, the ball is in your court and you have the power because you have the opportunity. You're willing to let them be a part of your opportunity, okay? And that's how you need to look at it. Everything is about confidence. You have what they want and they need it. And this is how I do it. I always try to have somebody, because people hate to be pitched. People hate to be convinced. How many times have you guys messaged somebody or talked to somebody and they seem like they're so interested, then they just blow you off? And then nothing ever happens. And you're like, man, this guy's not signing up. Or, the average person comes into network marketing and they're like, all right, I know 2 or 3 people. Then they hit those 2 or 3 people up and those 2 or 3 people aren't interested. And they're like, you know what? I can't do this. 2 or 3 people told you no and you're going to give up. That doesn't make any sense. There's literally billions of people on this planet. It's so easy to walk out there and just talk to somebody. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Someone says no. Just ask the next person. Some will, some won't. Who cares next? And if you want to really build your business to the next level, I highly recommend this book called GoPro. It's called GoPro by Eric Warr. This book changed everything for me. It's a 2.5-hour audio book. There's no excuse not to be able to listen to this. It's free. I can send you the YouTube clip. It's free. When I first got into network marketing, I was working 70 hours a week in corporate America. I had no time, no life, no nothing. All I noticed is I wanted to have a better life. I wanted to be able to work from home. I wanted to be able to have time freedom. I wanted to be able to have money. So I was tired of my situation. So what did I do? I made the most of it. I didn't have time to listen to audios. I didn't have time to watch webinars. I didn't have time to do nothing. So what I did is the time that I did have while I was doing other stuff, I did the things I needed to do to build my business. So somebody told me to listen to GoPro. So I listened to it while I was in the shower. I listened to it while I was driving to work. I had a 30-minute drive to and from work. That's an hour in one day. You can listen to this part of this book. 2.5 days, boom, you already listened to it. While I was cooking breakfast, I'd have my headphones in listening to it. If I needed to listen to a webinar, if I needed to study or whatever. People always say I don't have time. That's baloney. You guys, the average person watches 3 hours of TV every single day. Would you rather watch 3 hours of TV, maybe watching stuff that maybe a lifestyle that you wish you had, or would you rather be in the videos of the people that are doing what you want to do? Would you rather be watching a video of someone on vacation, or would you rather be in that vacation? Would you rather be watching a video of a new Audi, wishing, man, I wish I had that car? Or would you rather be driving an Audi? That's just kind of how I look at it. Would you rather be, watching someone spoil their family or, retire their parents, or would you rather be that person doing it? And the biggest thing is, guys, I'm just going to be wholehearted honest with you. You're never going to make it in this business if you don't have a strong enough why. Why did you come into this business? Why did you get started in FXE? Why did you get started in network marketing? Why did you get started in Forex? It has to be something that makes you so emotional that you can never give up. It can't be like, oh, I want to get a Lambo. Well, you probably weren't planning on, if you were working, making $9 an hour, chances are you're never going to be able to get a Lamborghini doing that. So focus on the reasons why you got into this. If you got into this just to get a Lamborghini or to get a better house or whatever, that's not going to make you emotional. When someone says no or when something doesn't go your way, what's going to make it to where you don't give up, to where you keep pushing and nothing will stop you? For me, my why makes me so emotional. I'll just sit here and think about it and start crying. And stuff like that never makes me want to ever give up. One of my biggest whys is my dad. My dad's actually paralyzed from the waist down. Most people don't know that, but he has no use of the lower half of his body. Most people are like, man, I'm so sorry to hear that. But the thing is, my dad runs a business. He lives by himself, and he's an absolute beast. He's one of the hardest working people I've ever met in my life, and he has no use of the lower half of his legs. He's been paralyzed from the waist down in a wheelchair for 20 years. If he can make it through that, You guys can make it through anything. I can make it through anything. So that's why every time I've ever thought about giving up or I've ever thought about, oh man, I can't do this, I never even second guess myself. I never doubt myself because I know I can make it through anything. You know, this is not hard. Network marketing is not hard. Going to work at a job you hate 70 hours a week, that's hard. Being in the military away from your family for a year at a time, that's hard. Being a doctor on call 24/7, that's hard. Sending people videos, making Facebook posts, studying a couple hours a day, that's not hard. As an entrepreneur, you got to understand that you got to sacrifice a few months or a few years of your life doing what most people won't so that you can have a lifestyle that most people never will. And that's what you guys got to understand. You got to put this in perspective. You know, is this easy? No. Is it simple? Hell yes. Would you rather, you know, people are always like, man, I don't have the time. I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't have the money to do this. What? How do you not have the money to do this? Well, what kind of money do you need to be able to promote network marketing? You have Facebook, right? Yeah. Make some pictures, make some cool posts, share some videos about FXE, share some videos about Forex. Go out and record a video of you and your buddy, you know, having an event. Go invite some people over to your house and play a video in front of them. You know, expose 20 people at one time, or, you know, go out and pass out some business cards, or, you know, make a cool video and post it on YouTube or whatever, you know, make it simple. You know, if you don't want, you know, people are always like, you know, I've already talked to my family. My family doesn't believe in me. Dude, there's hardly anybody that's ever been on any of my teams in any company I've ever been in that are my family. And guys, I consider you guys my family. When you guys came into this, we became family from day one, you know. This isn't a team. This isn't an upline, downline, sideline. We're a family. You got to understand that. We're here to help each other out, okay? So stop trying to compete with each other. Help one another out. Don't think, okay, you're not on my team, I'm not helping. We're all in this together. We're all going to the top together. We're all got the same vehicle. Guys, you got to understand. Look at this like this. Think of FXE, think of this business, network marketing, Forex as a vehicle, okay? We all have this vehicle. Most people in corporate America, blah, 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 whatever they're doing, they just have the shell of the car. They don't have the engine. They don't have the wheels. They don't have the tires. They have to do all that themselves. Right now with this, you have the car. You have the engine. You have the wheels and tires. All you got to do is have enough courage or not be lazy enough to hit the gas pedal. That's all you got to do. All the tools, all the information, everything you need is right at your fingertips. All you got to do is do it. So it's really, really simple, guys. Social media, stuff like that. If you're meeting up with somebody in person, keep it simple. If you're meeting up with somebody in person, like I said, if you want to invite them, call them up. Make it quick. Hey, what's going on, Kyle? Not much, man. What's going on? Hey, look, I'm actually super busy. I'm about to jump on a call, but I needed to talk to you about something. What's up, man? We haven't talked in a little while, but at the same time, I've always valued your opinion. You're a lot smarter than me. I'm actually getting into a new project, and I want to run it by you to make sure you think I'm making the right decision. All right, man. So you just complimented them. Now they feel like, oh, man, this guy needs me for something. Okay, cool. I'm definitely down. So they're like, yeah, man, I'm definitely. What is it? Well, it's a lot more visual. I can't explain it over the phone. You're going to have to be there to see it. So let's meet up, you know, or whatever. You guys meet up at Starbucks at 2. If you want to make it even easier than that, call them and say, hey, what's up, Kyle? Not much, man. What's going on? Hey, look, I only got 2 minutes. I'm about to jump on another call. But what are you doing tomorrow at 2 o'clock? 2 o'clock? I'm busy. Well, what about 5 o'clock? 5 o'clock, I'm free. What do you got going on? Hey, look, man, I actually just started working on a new project, and you're a lot smarter than me. I value your opinion a lot, and I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. So could you do me a huge favor, and we'll meet up, and I could run this by you, and you let me know, if I'm making the right decision. Yeah, man, absolutely. Okay, cool. Well, what is it? Well, it's actually more visual. It's hard for me to explain over the phone. I got to really show you, but I'd like to catch up as well. So let's grab lunch at Starbucks. Okay, perfect, man. Boom. You got the time locked in. You got them curious. They think that they're needed, so you get them there. You get them there. And you're chit-chatting, talking a little bit, blah, 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 blah. Hey, man, I've been working on this new project that I was telling you about. I got to show you this thing. You show them the information. They're interested, and they start asking you questions. Hey, look, man, I'm still new, but I'll tell you what. I don't want to ruin any of this for you, but let me see if I can get a hold of, the person got me interested in this. He's actually had a lot of success, and I'm sure he'll be able to answer your questions. He's super busy. I might not be able to get a hold of him, but let me try. We already know that you're calling us. So you call us, we answer. Hey, what's going on? Hey, man, I'm actually sitting here with my buddy Kyle. He's got a few questions for you. Could you do me a huge favor? I know you're super busy, but can you answer his questions for him? Yeah, absolutely. You pass the phone over, I do the whole thing. What's cool is I flip the script. Like I said, I make it like an interview. I always try to get the person to prove to me why they deserve to be on my team. This is my classic line. So I'm really, really picky about who I let join my team. I'm all about, momentum and people with kind hearts, good people that have a good mindset and a great drive. If I was to let you join my team, what type of benefits would we get from you joining the team? What type of value would you bring? So now they think of it as like an interview. They're like, holy shit, man, I got to prove myself to this guy. Then they start telling you, man, look, I'm a hard worker. I do this, blah, 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 blah. Okay, now let's say you were to get into this. How do you see yourself doing this? What do you do right now? Do you work quite a bit of hours? Do you have kids? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, man, I actually got 2 kids. I actually work full time. How much effort would I have to put into this? So let's see, how much TV on average do you watch a day? I probably watch about 2.5 hours of TV. So boom, you already knocked out the time. So now they can't tell you, I don't have the time to do this, because you already know they have the time. Then what you can do is you start getting on the subject of money. Okay, so when they're talking to you, you already got the time out of the way. Okay, great. So, a lot of people, on average, they spend quite a bit of time eating and stuff like that. For me, I work out all the time, so I love to eat. I spend a lot of time eating. What's some of the places that you normally go out to eat? That's kind of like, a thing that you would be able to pique interest of people if you decided that you wanted to do this and we decided we wanted to work with you. Do you go out to dinner quite a bit? Yeah, man, I go out to dinner at least 3 times a week. Boom. You already know for a fact they can afford this. If they can go out, they got kids and they go out to dinner 3 times a week, that's $150 easy a week on dinner. It costs less than $200 to join FXE. Right there, they got the money and they got the time. All you got to do is hit them with emotion. Make them emotional. Make them emotional about why they're doing this, okay? So, yeah, man, what kind of piqued your interest about this? What made you decide you want to do this? Well, I wanted to start investing a little bit more and be able to make some more money. Well, why do you want to make more money? They're starting to struggle a little bit with my bills and stuff like that. And, well, what about your time frame? You say you got a daughter and stuff too. Would it be nice to be able to spend more time with her? Yeah, man, I'd love to be able to spend more time with her. I'm working about 10 hours a day right now. I don't really get to see her. And that's how I was, dude. I got a niece. I never really get to see her that much. And it's really, really hard for me to, it was really hard for me when I was working in corporate America. I only got to see her like once a month. Now that I'm working from home, I literally get to see her whenever I want. It's such a blessing. It's worth way more than money to me. Yeah, man, I feel the exact same way. I would love, love, love to see my family more. Boom, emotion. They got the money. They got the time. Game over. So now you're like, you assume the sale. Okay, you don't just be like, hey, you ready to get started? Just assume it. Okay, so all right, man. Well, everything looks good. You seem like you'd be a good fit for our team. I'm excited to work with you. Yeah, man, I'm excited to work with you too. Everything looks good. All right, man. Well, I'm gonna have Sean go ahead and send over the link to you. He's gonna go ahead and have you get started. You go ahead and just sign up through the process. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call back. But it's really simple. So what we'll do, Sean, go ahead and send him over your link, and he'll go ahead and get started. And I'm going to call you back in about an hour, and I'm going to help you get plugged into everything. All right, sounds good, man. They send them a link, they get started. Boom. What are they going to do? They're going to do the exact same thing that they just had their person do, that you just did to them. They're going to send somebody a video. They're going to put somebody on a call. Boom. It's so simple. It's so simple. Just keep it that easy, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Alec. Alec's going to go ahead and take it over. Let's see here. All right, go ahead, Alec. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can hear you. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
All
yeah,
right,
I got you.
Yeah, we got
awesome.
you.
Cool. So what's going on, everybody? Shout out to Matt for providing so much value. The things that Matt does for this team, for this family, is absolutely just there are no words for it. He does so much. Anytime in the hour, you could give him a call and he's going to answer. He pulls his shirt off his back every single day for all of us. So shout out to him. Matt really covered so much, guys. So what I'm going to go over real quick, we're coming up on almost an hour, so I don't want to, hold you guys up for too much longer. But I've recently have been studying Jordan Belfort. For those of you that don't know who Jordan Belfort is, maybe you know him from the movie Wolf of Wall Street. He's the guy in the Wolf of Wall Street, the guy that starts off saying, and by the time I was 26, I made $49 million in a year, which really pissed me off because I was $3 million shy of $1 million a week, which is crazy to think about. And, one of the things that he talks about in his sales program right from the beginning is a burning desire to be wealthy, not only in monetary value, but wealthy in health, wealthy in your relationships, wealthy in, those things that you want in life, right? So that's really one of the biggest things is if you don't have a burning desire for like what you're doing right now, then stop. Look at life as basically, what if you were to die tomorrow? Would you be happy with the life you lived? That's something that Matt has taught me. That's something that a lot of my other mentors have taught me. So that's basically, the first note that I really want to hit strong on is your burning desire. Whatever your burning desire is, follow that. Money will follow you then, along with everything else, right? So into the more, technical things in terms of selling, one thing that is critical is developing rapport, right? On a conscious and on an unconscious level. So let me actually go ahead and start my video so you guys can see me. Part in the blue duck onesie. I know, it's comfortable, so I can't mind it. But
I think you look beautiful.
Rapport. Thanks, Jordan. So what I mean by, who knows? Do you guys know what rapport is? Who can describe to me what rapport is? Anybody?
Building that foundation.
Yeah, most simply said, exactly. Building rapport is building a foundation that you can continue to build on, right? So often, though, what a lot of salespeople do, and, first off, if there's any structure in your mind that thinks selling or salespeople are bad or the industry as a whole is bad, then you need to completely wipe that out of your programming, right? Bill Gates is a salesperson. Warren Buffett, Oprah Winfrey, they're all great salespeople, and they're some of the wealthiest, most knowledgeable people in the world, right? So sales is the greatest one of the most noble professions there is. So wipe out any kind of contradiction that tells you otherwise, right? So back to rapport. Basically what rapport is, like Matt said, that foundation, right? On a conscious and on an unconscious level, you have to develop it, right? So exactly, Matt just said you're either selling or being sold in every single thing in life. Exactly. Hit on the dime. So rapport, like I was saying, is on a conscious level, which people realize, and on an unconscious level. And, real quick, I'm going to kind of go ahead and show you how to build both. So how do you build it on a conscious level? Well, when you meet up with somebody for the first time, you have 1/124th of a second. So not even like smaller than a blink of an eye to develop that rapport. It starts right away, 1/124th of a second. So how do you go and take it to where you're building it in a positive manner, right? Well, if it's in person, the first thing is how you dress, right? Wrap your package. Sounds funny. It's a really funny term, but be careful of how you're wrapping your package, right? Because if I showed up trying to sell in a blue duck onesie, probably not going to be respected, right? If I showed up in a suit with a nice white shirt and a light pink colored tie, then that's going to be a lot more respectable. So that's one of the things, as much as people may not like to dress up, that's one of the biggest ways to build rapport. Over the phone or, something like this, not exactly face-to-face. The other thing is tonality. I learned a lot through the sales program with tonality, how you're talking about your words, how you're using your words, how you say things. This is something Matt and I actually just talked about, micro agreements, right? So what a micro agreement is basically, when you raise your voice at the end to basically, look at children, right? Like, my niece, I have a niece, she's 4 years old, and she always goes up to, my sister or my brother-in-law and says, hey, hey, mommy, hey, daddy, we're going to get ice cream, right? We're going to get ice cream, right? We're going to go ice skating. We're going swimming, right? So that upbeat, right? That upbeat, carrying your tone up. That's one of the best things you can do for tonality on building it. Like, that's tapping in your conscious rapport, all right? Unconsciously, you're going to tap into rapport by, there's something called matching and mirroring. So this is more of an in-person type thing. Also, something like this you can do, and, it does play along into the phone as well. So basically what matching and mirroring is whenever somebody is sitting, say you're trying to prospect me and I cross my arms and then say, I go and I cross my leg, then not right away, but a few seconds after, you're going to do the same thing, cross your arms and kind of sit back. So you're matching whatever that person's doing, right? So that's matching and mirroring. How do you do it over the phone or over something like this? Simply by tone, right? So if you're calling someone and, hey, how you doing today? And then they're like, oh, I'm struggling. You're not going to be like, okay, great. Like, no, that doesn't make sense, right? I'm struggling right now. I'm not doing great. Oh, I hear you, and that's exactly why I called you. You kind of have that sympathetic tone, right? So that's how on a conscious and an unconscious level you can build rapport. All right. Another thing you want to do. This is what Matt just went a lot over. But it's basically gathering intelligence, right? So you want to gather the intelligence of what your prospect is exactly out for. One of the biggest things, Matt went over it. Gather the intelligence of what their why is, right? Find out what their major objective is out of what you're trying to sell them or what you're trying to provide for them, right? So that's number 2, is gathering the intelligence. And then 3, be in control. Again, Matt went over it really well, and this was again something that him and I spoke about right before. But when you're over the phone, when you flip the script, you make that other person feel like they're in charge, but you still have control of the sale, right? So if the script goes from me being the prospect to then me being the interviewer, then it seems like I'm in control, but that on your conscious level, I subconsciously do not know that I am in control, but really you still have control, but that, right? So that's basically, what Matt said is controlling that sale is, building that factor. So again, I really don't, it's been about an hour now, so we'll go ahead, we'll open it up to questions. I really do want to continue to, teach you guys what I have learned through the whole straight line persuasion thing with Jordan Belfort. This week, I plan on going in very hard with it, starting on Monday. So I'm finishing up a script right now. I'm going to go a couple weeks, see how that goes. And in the process, I'm going to do some editing, some cutting, stuff like that to the script. And then I plan on, giving it all to you guys, the script, exactly what I'm using, and teaching you guys how to use it just like I'm using it, to get the results, do what people have the results that they've done, right? So I know I kind of just butchered that saying a little bit, but you guys got the point. So with that being said, though, open it up. You guys have any other questions, comments, concerns, anything?
Hey guys, real quick, I'm going to give you guys some homework. All right, I'm going to give you guys some homework because the biggest thing is when it comes to creating momentum, people love to be told what to do. People love to be, say, hey, do this, hey, do that. Think about it like when we were in school. You didn't always just do everything in class. Your teachers had you do stuff outside. So I have something, yes or yes, you're going to do this. So it's not a yes or no. Trust me, if you want this to happen, if you want to make this happen, you will do this. So this is what I want you to kind of work on. By the end of tomorrow, I want every single person on this webinar and every person who watches this webinar to make a post on Instagram or a post on Facebook or both. If you don't have an Instagram, make one. It takes 5 seconds. It takes 5 seconds to make an Instagram. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to make a post that's intriguing, and I want you to think about why you got started. Why did you get started in FXE? Why did you get started trading Forex? What made you, what piqued your interest? Did you see something on Facebook? Did you see something, one of your friends talk to you? Did you, I don't know, maybe did you hear one of your friends talking about it and you got sick and tired of your situation? What made you decide you wanted to do this? And make a post about it. If you were tired of being broke, you're tired of having no time for me, you're tired of never seeing your friends, never seeing your family, make an emotional post about that. You're so thankful. Don't pitch people and say, hit me up if you want this, 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 and this. No, the ball is in your court. You're not asking nobody for nothing. You're not pitching to anybody. You're not coming like a sales perspective. Make a post about how grateful you are for this or how grateful you are for that, or maybe grateful about the people you've met since you've been into this. I started this new project, and so far I'm so thankful that I've been able to meet so many intriguing people, so many motivated people. I've always been surrounded by my friends who are so negative. They're so pessimistic. They're always dragging me down. Over the last couple of weeks, I've met so many incredible people that have literally done nothing but lift me up and make me feel better as a person. I'm starting to increase my income, and I'm starting to feel so much better about myself. I never thought possible that I'd ever be able to hit six figures, you know, and now I realize that this will be the last year that that doesn't happen. That's going to pique people's interest. Or, you know, at 21 years old, I never thought it would be possible to be an investor. I never thought at 21 years old or 22 years old that if I'd be able to work from home full time. I never thought at 22 years old I'd be able to drive my dream car, and now I know I'm in the position to make that happen, or something like that. Don't just randomly say, hit me up if you want to get rich, or none of that stuff. That's not going to work. That's not what this is. We have something extremely powerful here, and you have to realize that you are changing lives on a regular basis with doing this. Where else are you going to be able to do this? You're not going to be able to do this in corporate America. You might be able to hit six figures in corporate America, but how are you going to be able to let other people do that? You're working in corporate America, you might be able to make six figures a year, but you're going to be working your life away for someone else. And the thing is, you could be making great money in corporate America, and in a second, that could be taken away from you. Happened to my mom. My mom was making great money. She worked at the same place for 30 years, got laid off, lost everything, had to file bankruptcy. I don't want any of that to happen to anybody else. It was a terrible feeling. Happened to our family, and it was devastating. So, guys, what I want you to do is I want you to find something that makes you emotional, something that made you pique your interest as to why you got into this, and I want you to make a post about it. You're not just going to make words. You're going to take a really good picture, or find a picture online or something like that you can post. When you post this, put emojis in it. Don't make it a big, long, super long thing, and split it up. Now, if you want to promote about FXE, make it legit, make it professional, and then you can post the Rise With Us link underneath of it. People will click on that link. Some people might not like or comment, but they'll probably click that link. I've signed up so many people that have never liked or commented anything I've ever posted, but they're on my team. They're actually on this call right now. So it's actually pretty crazy how this works out. So, guys, I'm going to go run through real quick the things that we talked about in like a 2-minute span. So that honestly, Alec, that first video we did, we can actually probably cut that one out and then just keep this one, and I'll go over for like 2 minutes what I talked about on Facebook and Instagram, so we can just use this video. Is that cool?
Okay. That works. So guys, yeah.
Once you get somebody started in the business, first thing you want to do, okay, is make sure that they're plugged in. Add them to the Facebook page. Welcome them to the Facebook page. Everybody that likes and comments that, add them. You want to have as many people possibly on your Facebook friends list that are in FXE. Why? Because you're going to get more likes, more comments, more exposure. Your posts are going to go to the top of the list. Okay? Now, make sure that they're in the Discord chat. They're plugged into the chat so they can stay connected with everybody. Tell them, log into their back office, watch the first 24-hour video so that it creates duplication so you're not babysitting them. That on the side. Now, when it comes to Instagram marketing, Facebook marketing, you want to have a good quality picture. The apps that you can download to make good pictures, you can take a crappy picture and make it look like it was taken on a $2,000 camera. Those apps are PixArt, Camera 360. There's tons and tons of different other apps out there. Splice, video show. If you want to make a video with music in the background, stuff like that, they're all free. Okay, so those are really good. When you're making a Facebook post, if it's going to be long, split it up into paragraphs. Okay, make sure the very first sentence is intriguing enough to make you want to read the rest. Put emojis in there so it's eye-catching. Okay, throughout the day, tag people in it every couple hours. Like it, comment on it so it goes to the top of the feed consistently. On Instagram, make sure you put a lot of hashtags. Make sure the picture is extremely intriguing, because on Instagram, the first thing you see is the picture, not the words. Okay, all right. Now, if you make a good post on Facebook tomorrow and someone hits you up, what are you going to do? They're going to hit you up and say, hey, man, I just saw your Facebook post. Tell me about Forex. You're going to send them a 3-minute video of Forex. If you don't have it, message me. I'll give it to you. After that, they're like, man, I'm really intrigued. Always be in a hurry. Make sure you're in a hurry. Every single time you're in a hurry, okay? So if someone hits you up, say, hey, man, I just saw your post. I'm really interested in Forex. Hey, look, I'm super busy right now. I'm going to send you a 3-minute video that explains what Forex is, okay? You send them the 3-minute video of what Forex is. They watch the video. They're like, all right, man, that sounds super interesting. Hey, look, man, I'm going to be free in about an hour and a half, but I'm going to send you some info that kind of explains everything that I do, and I'm going to call you in an hour and a half. What's your number? Perfect. They give you their number after they watch the video. You call them up. Hey, man, don't say, hey, did you watch the video? Hey, or they're like, hey, what's going on, man? Hey, what was your favorite part of the video I just sent you? Hey, man, I actually really like the Auto Trader. Okay, perfect. I know how you feel. I actually love the Auto Trader. Auto Trader's been crazy. It's been actually profiting about 17 to 47% a month, hands-free. So that's really cool, man. And as soon as they start asking you questions, Say, you know what? Look, I'm still new. I don't know 100% of the information, but let me make sure that you have your questions answered right for you. So let me see if I can get a hold of my mentor. He's actually had a lot of success, super busy. Let me see if I can get a hold of him real quick. Boom. 3-way call. If you don't know how to do a 3-way call, message one of us, let us know. But basically all you got to do is hit add call on your phone, call the other person. Hey, Matt, I got my buddy Kyle on the other line. He's actually super interested. He saw all the information, and he just has a couple questions. Okay, perfect. Merge call. Hey, Kyle, got my buddy Matt on the other phone, on the other line. Matt, do you have a second to share your story? You hit mute. Let me do the whole thing for you. That simple. It's super, super simple, super, super duplicatable, because if you do it, they're going to do it. If you call them up and word vomit and tell them everything by yourself, they're going to think they got to do that. If you send them a video, put them on a 3-way call with someone else, they're going to be like, man, this is cakewalk. Okay. Now, the other thing, going back to people are always wanting to know how to invite somebody out for coffee or how to talk to them about this in person. Super simple. I'm going to tell you in 60 seconds. Here's basically how you're going to do it. You got somebody you want to prospect, show them the information, call up your buddy Kyle. He is in the compliment. You're always in a hurry. Okay. Hey, Kyle, what's going on, man? Hey, what's up, dude? Hey, look, I'm super busy. I'm actually about to jump on another call, but I needed to tell you something. What's up, man? What are you doing tomorrow at 5? 5? Nothing. Okay, great. Look, I'm working on a project right now, and you're super smart. You're a lot smarter than me, and I'm actually kind of nervous about it, but I wanted to run it by you to make sure that I'm making the right decision. All right, man, what is it? It's actually visual. You're actually going to have to see it. I can't explain it over the phone. Let's meet up at Starbucks at 5. All right, perfect, man. I'll see you there. All right, buddy, got to go. I'll see you at 5 tomorrow. Boom. You already locked in the time. You already told him. He's excited. You complimented him. He thinks he's doing you a favor. You get to Starbucks, icebreakers, talking to each other a little bit, blah, blah, blah. Hey, man, I got to show you this. I'm really excited about it. You're a lot smarter than me, and you know a lot more about numbers than I do. I want to show you this. Let me know your opinion on it. You show them the information. No matter what they say, feel, felt, found. I know how you feel. I felt the same way, but this is what I found out. No matter what, okay? If they say it's good, I like the auto trader. Okay, perfect. I like the auto trader too. Pass it to a 3-way call, okay? If they say I hate it, look, man, I hated it too. I know how you feel. I felt the same exact way. But once I got started, I actually found out that it's actually legit. People are making really good money from it. I've already made about $50 in the last week, and it's been pretty crazy. You know, I actually had somebody that I got started 3 days ago, and they've already made $400. So it's pretty crazy. But look, man, you know, I don't want to ruin anything for you. So let me introduce you to the person who actually got me interested in this. He's actually super successful. He's actually had a lot of success in this industry. I don't want to ruin anything for you. And like I said, you're a lot smarter than me. He's a lot smarter than me. I'm sure you guys you'll be able to hit it off pretty well. Hey, Matt, you got a second to share your story with my buddy Kyle? Yeah. Boom. Pass it over. Done. Let me do the rest for you. Super, super simple. That's all it is, guys. Create duplication. It's that simple, guys. Very, very simple. Okay? So that's how you're going to be able to really take this to the next level. And it's all about confidence, guys. If you're not confident, people see that. People see weakness. Okay? People see weakness. And remember, we have what they want. They don't have what we want. So the power is in our hands. We're willing to do them a favor. If you want to flip the script and turn it into an interview, you know, you start to talking about something, people see a Facebook post, man, it looks like you're having a lot of success. Yeah, we're actually looking for people right now. Really? What type of work looking for? Well, you know, I'll send you some information. Take a look at it. Seems like something you're interested in. We could sit down and talk and see if you'd be one of the type of people that we'd be looking for. I only work with people who are motivated and aren't, people who are motivated and kind-hearted people. Well, I'm a kind-hearted person. I don't know. Maybe this isn't for you. What value would you provide if I let you join my team? Well, man, I'm a really good person, blah, 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 blah. Now the ball's in your court. Like we talked about before, is you want to knock out the money issue. You want to knock out the time issue, then hit them with emotion. Okay. So you're sitting there talking to them, you're over the phone, you're talking to them about, what they do. If I let you do this, how much time do you think you could put into this? I don't know. Probably a couple hours a week. Okay. How much TV do you watch in a day? Probably about 2.5 hours. Okay. So now you already know they have plenty of time. Oh, you can easily do an hour a day to this, and you can be able to, become successful over time. Okay, boom. Now they got time. Now you start talking about money. Okay, I go out to dinner a lot. Do you ever go out to dinner very often? Yeah, man, I actually go out to dinner a couple times a week. So boom, you got the money. They got the money. So money's not an issue. If they tell you, oh man, I don't have the money right now. We just told me that you go out to dinner 2-3 times a week. You're spending more on food than it costs to even join this business. Oh, that's right, man. That's actually right. I mean, is Chipotle going to make you money, or is an actual investment going to be able to make you money and be able to stay from home? You told me you wanted to stay home and work from home, be able to spend time with your family and your kids and stuff, right? Yeah, man, you're right. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay. Assume the sale. Don't ask them. Don't be like, all right, man, does everything look good? You want to get started today? No, just say, all right, man, well, everything seems good. I mean, I'm excited to work with you. and just leave it like that. And they'll be like, man, you know what? I'm excited to work with you too. All right, great. Well, I'm going to have Kyle send you over the link. Go ahead and get started. I'm going to call you back in about 30 minutes and we'll get you plugged into everything. All right, man. Sounds good. All right, brother. Look forward to working with you. Keep it that simple, guys. All right. But other than that, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and say them now. If you guys don't have any questions, we'll go ahead and end the webinar. So I'm going to leave the mics open. You guys got about another 20 seconds if you guys have any questions.
No, I'd say that was really good knowledge you put on us. I appreciated that all.
Awesome. All right, guys. So that book that I was talking about, if you guys really want to take this to the next level, I'm going to post it in the chat. It's called GoPro by Eric War. Okay. The guy makes ridiculous money, millions and millions and millions of dollars from network marketing. Okay. He's one of the most well-known network marketers in the entire world. It's a 2.5 hour audio book. There's absolutely no reason you guys shouldn't be able to read that in 2 days. It's an audio. So you're listening to it. You're not even reading it. You're just listening to the audio. It teaches you exactly how to talk to people in person, how to do, talk to people that you don't know, warm market, cold market, and how to have events, how to do three-way calls, all that kind of stuff. So guys, I hope you have a good rest of your night. I'm going to post that in the chat. And if you guys need anything at all, feel free to message me, let me know. And another thing is, guys, make sure you're using the link to risewithus.net. Okay, risewithus.net. That's our team site. Explains everything for you. All right. So homework. Make sure you guys make a post tomorrow. No excuses. It's a Facebook post. Make it intriguing. When people hit you up, you guys know what to do. All right. Have a good night, guys.
Thank